Want to know the secret to starting your workdays feeling energized and productive instead of feeling disorganized and frantic? It comes down to one simple change in ClickUp that has transformed my and my team's mornings, and today I'm going to share with you. The core of good management is when everybody, including you, knows exactly what needs to get done to move a project forward, right? And in a lot of teams, that simply doesn't happen. There is not enough communication, there is no good project management, there is no communication. It just often ends up being a mess, costing you money and time. So in this video, I will show you the 3-step guide to start your day in ClickUp productive, efficient, and with a happy team, knowing exactly who needs to do what and when. First things first, we are starting in the inbox. Correct, the inbox. And we are also starting in our ClickUp inbox with the filter mentioning me. Because the ad mentions in here most likely is your team needing an answer back from you. Once we checked and replied to the ad mentions, we are going into the assigned to me. Assigned to you means there's something actionable that got assigned to you, checking through what needs to happen here. And while you're working through it, make sure you are clearing those notifications. Once you have gone through the ad mentions and the assigned to you, you can dive into looking into your regular information right here in your important tab and checking what else is happening overall in your workspace. Now here's pro tip number 1. For this all to work nicely and your inbox not being all crazy, double check your notification settings. And if you haven't cleaned those up yet, I got a video for you because we really want to make sure all of this shows up in here as you expected. Coming to pro tip number 2, your communication guidelines. If your team doesn't know what to do when to ad mention, when to assign, this is not going to work for you. So here is a quick rundown of our standard communication guidelines. Task communication always happen in the comment section of the task. How is that even a question? Secondary. Every time you talk with somebody, mention them. I don't care if that's a first comment, if that is a reply, it doesn't matter. If something physically has to be done, so let's talk about this. We have a conversation going on. We went forward and back with our team members. We mentioned them as we just talked about. And now a graphic has to be designed. Cool. You generate that comment with tag Evie and assign that comment to say, hey Evie, you need to get this graphic done. These are our 3 different stages of communication guidelines. Task communications always happen on the task in the comment section. You always mention who you talk with, and when something needs to get done and a conversation turns into a task, you assign the comment, and whoever gets assigned then has to decide, does this need to be turned into a full-on task, or can it just be done and the comment just gets resolved? Now, why is this process so important? First of all, the ad mentions means your team is waiting on you. So with you replying back to those ad mentions, you are not the bottleneck and your team can keep moving while you decide what you need to do this morning. As an example, if I set a comment right here and I tell you to not forget to like this video, now you are tagged and it is your turn to go like that YouTube video so we can clear this notification. And this is how we manage communications within ClickUp. Now that we have the team set up and they can do their work, it is time for you to figure out what to do, because we're here to be productive, right? So here's number 2. If you are using the priority flag, the on fire list is your next step to go to. No worries if you are not using the priority flag, we'll get to this in just a second. So step 2, after you cleaned up your ad mentions and your assigned comments, it is time to go to your on fire list within ClickUp. This on fire list assumes that you are using the priority flag. It also assumes that either you or your manager decides what is important. So how this is often used is in agencies, for example. Client calls, it's like, oh my God, I am launching tomorrow and I don't have graphics. How often does that happen? Yeah, we love those clients and we charge a PETA charge for those clients. However, that now means the whole team needs to know that this specific task, no matter the due date, needs to be taken care of right now, which makes it an urgent task. For the team to be able to see what urgent tasks came in yesterday and need to be taken care of today, we have an on fire list that is grouped by priority. We have subtasks collapsed. That is your choice. It is also defaulted to me mode, and you might add some location filters if you want to sort other things out that you do not want to show in here. With this, no matter the due date, priority urgent is always going to be on top. And this is where you would start working if you have the priority flags implemented. Now, these urgent flags can also prevent you from being the bottleneck, because honestly, I feel bad. I am often the bottleneck and the team has to throw that urgent flag on me and be like, girl, really, you're behind on this one. And I do really hate being the bottleneck because my team is so excited and doing the things and I am the one holding them back. What about you? How do you work with your team? Do you end up often being the bottleneck? Do you feel just as bad about it as me? Hop in the comments. I want to hear, please tell me I'm not the only one that feels really bad being the bottleneck. And now we are at 2.5. Yes. 2.5 because you potentially are not using the priority flag, so we have 2 2s. With this might be the setup for you where you have a My Task view that is set up to group by due date because you're not using the priority flag. Subtasks again, your choice, and it is defaulted to me mode again. What this is your standard, easy to look at to-do list. They are sorted by, hey, what's overdue, so you might pay attention to this. Or maybe you just close it like I did. Your tasks tomorrow, your tasks on Thursday, and it is your running to-do list for you and your team. Because you defaulted it to me mode means no matter who is going here and who is looking at this, they will only see their tasks. Which brings me to pro tip number 3. Your tasks should always have due dates and assignees, or none of this is ever gonna work. Honestly, none of the work is ever going to get done. I'm sorry, that's just me, but tell me, if you don't set a due date, are you actually ever doing the thing? And with that, setting all of your due dates and setting all your assignees, look at you being all productive. Let's add another task to that. Go subscribe to the channel with the due date of today. Now let's actually subscribe so we can mark this task as complete. Now, all of this is great and is going to get you really productive and moving things forward, but only if you pay attention to step 3. Does what you are doing actually move your business forward? And this is an idea that has been brought up by my clients multiple times and recently really put at the forefront. It's a common thinking of mine. It's integrated in everything. But I realize not everybody thinks like that, which is why I wanted to bring it up as step 3. What is your most important task? And you hear I did not say your highest priority task. I talk about your most important task. How did you decide on your most important task within ClickUp? It could be multiple tasks, could be a whole process. What moves your company and your business forward? Priority is perception. A client calls and is on fire, and how often is nothing actually on fire and they're just freaking out because they're thinking it's a priority? Priority is a perception. Your most important task is decided on what brings a big impact and really moves your business forward. So how do you keep that up front? It's like, cool, we have a to-do list. I need to take care of clients and I need to do all the things. How we keep our most important task on the forefront and really always remember them is record trainings. The Mastering the Basics of ClickUp needs more trainings. The guys in there are waiting for their new 5-minute or less trainings, and that is my most important task right now, because to be able to really push this membership and help my community there, new trainings need to be in next to the office hours we are doing. And with having my most important task right on top on my dashboard next to my daily calendar, my core values, and my simple task list, I have my most important task right in front of me. Now, as a little pro tip number 4 here, you can have your team submit their most important tasks and be like, hey, in the morning, take a ClickUp form, submit what's your most important task for this week or maybe this day, however you want to run it, and have them submit it so you can check back in and hold them accountable that they took care of this most important task first before anything else. And yes, I'm saying before anything else. Even a high priority task, take the second to your most important task that move your business forward. And if you want to make sure you really start your day productive and efficient, make sure you clean up your notification if you haven't done so yet, because none of this is gonna work if you are going all crazy in your notifications. And have you subscribed yet? Because I want to see you in the next video.